I don't really even know what fights I need to do here. I planned the next one on the dock, and I don't even think I actually need to do it. I am evolving ape. I'm going to need Infernape. I've still got one candy afterwards, and I've got a heart scale afterwards. So I'm going to need Infernape. Just from looking at the fights, I know it's going to be needed, so I'm just going to do it. I think I can just kind of calc the gym straight afterwards. I don't think I have to do any of the outside trainers, but I'm not 100% sure. Do I need any auxiliary? Yeah, I need to do pre-damage. Okay, rare candy onto Inferno. Should learn Sky Uppercut. Yep. I'm not going to scale yet because I don't know if Fake Out Overheat are going to be better, but... Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to do this double out that I've planned, and then... Okay, it's right now. So it should be... I feel like the slots are wrong based on where they are on here. So the dock is a bit weird here. The dock doesn't show both the guys. It only shows one team, which I assume was Tyron's team, the Campos guy. And then so I assume that was slot 1, and then Selena is supposed to be this one, and it's slot 2 based on how the calc has it as well. But if she's on the left, or if she's on the right, then I'm going to have to reset because the dock isn't giving me the full info, and it looks like it's wrong. And if that's bad, then that's bad. Whatever. I don't think that's fair if I haven't seen it before. The way it's spelled out is that Tyron is the slot 1 guy on the left with the way it's ordered. That's been the same with any of the other fights, so if the dock isn't fully accurate, the dock's not fully accurate, and I'll have to just reset it. Okay, he does come out to me first. That's interesting. Cool. Okay, that's fine. That's what I expected. So, Shockwave KOs the Farfetch, Auxiliary switches into Infernape. Should just be Giga Drain into that slot. Yeah. Okay. Warthog, yeah, perfect. So now Wattson sees kill into Manectric. See, it's all slow kill, a fast kill before, now it's slow kill. So go into Center Scorch, and Inferno Sky uppercuts the Watchok. Now it should be clicking Giga Drain on the left slot. Huge. Okay, so now Arbok comes in, which is a bit of a pain. I have White Smoke to prevent him on that slot. So that's huge. And now Arbok always sees Gunk Shot kill onto Infernape. Yeah, and it does have a couple of rolls for Stomping Tantrum, so it shouldn't be a problem. I am going to Nidoqueen on that slot, but first I need to Fire Lash you, and then I'm going into Nidoqueen. I'm never dead to Stomping, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, nice. Bellossomer's random move. I didn't have a way to safely bait and also consider the fact that Gunk Shot can miss and everything. That always does over 50% and lowers the defenses. Where's the Moonblast? Okay. So I am dead to Gunk Shot crit on Center Scorch. I did not have a way around it. So I don't think I have to do this fight right now, and I just kind of planned it because it was there on the dock and it didn't actually have a guide of where I'm supposed to go. But if it goes for Gunk Shot onto Center Scorch and it hits and crits, then it is what it is. The attempt is already limping. I'm not going to put loads of effort into it. If it attacks a Nidoqueen slot, it's Stomping Tantrum. And Blossom again is random target. Okay, amazing. Okay, it doesn't crit, and I've got the Intim, so now you're dead. Then that should be safe, at least. From here, I should be able to just 1v1 stuff. Okay, so yeah, these two just outspeed and KO together. And it should be the same on the Vileplume. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I don't actually know if I needed to even do that fight right now. I'm gonna heal. There are a couple more 111 fights. I think that just gives you access to the fish encounter, which I don't think I actually need. Oh, there's another one there. Okay, so I don't even know if I need that. I did it because it was there on the dock, and I figured, oh well, if I planned it, I may as well go and do it. But because there's no trainers here. Okay, that's huge. I don't know who the fisher guy is. Isn't there like a heart scale here? Okay, that's the heart scale. Your Mewtwo, which is a really good Mewtwo. Okay. So I need to remember that I've got that Mewtwo there. That's very good. Just very good Mewtwo to have. So I need to check down here. I think I get berries here. Yeah. Okay. So there are some berries here. I think I can just go straight to Wally. I don't think I even need to do any of this because I don't get an encounter down here. Yeah, that's all blocked off. Those are blocking Cycling Road, which I can't even go through anyway. So yeah, that's these guys, but I can't go do anything there anyway. So I don't actually know why these were on the dock. This is 110. I have an encounter at 110 from the other side, don't I? So the only thing I could potentially have got is the 111 encounter up there, but it's only fishing at this point, and I've got like potentially Seismitoad, so I don't think I need to go for Gastrodon, which is the one thing that would be good there. And I could fish 118, but I don't see these being anything crazy, so I guess it's just planning Wattson actually. Planning Wattson Gym. Okay. I picked up the rare candy and I went leveled up my guys already. Just before starting, but there's also Game Corner if I need it, but I would like to think I don't need it. Yeah, because that's like Miltank, Tauros, etc. on badge 2, or it's like Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, and I don't think any of those are good in either. So let me just check Wally. I don't think Wally needs a particular plan. Where is he? Okay, he's not even in the calc. Okay, is he that bad? What? He's actually not even in the calc. Okay. I don't know what to expect from this Curlier then. So that's fun. Level 43 Curlier. He's modest. Has Dazzling Gleam and Future Sight. I'm assuming that I just kind of KO. But no, I don't, to be honest. Like, this needs to be over before Future Sight could take effect. That's what I will tell. That's what has to happen. And it has Hypnosis. I assume I'm supposed to just like two-shot it with 8 to be fair. And then I'll KO the Zigzagoon. I'm a little scared about how many turns Future Sight actually is. I do have Shiftry, if it's scary, to be fair. Okay, I'll just get Shiftry out, and then if Future Sight is actually scaring me, then I'll switch in. I'll switch out. Probably just safest. Because 8's Vital Spirit, so I don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, that'll be fine. Because I know Future Sight's bugged and it scares me, so... But this should just... Yeah, okay, it went for Hypnosis even though I have Vital Spirit. Okay, we're fine. Okay. Okay, sure. So first Wattson Gym Trainer then. Taurus Kirk, Pincurchin. I should add Seismitoad to the calc because that is a potential candy right now. And you would get Earth Power on evolution. Not that I think I should be using it for a Pincurchin, but this does set up electric terrain. And it's going to want a Toxic Spikes. It almost always wants the Toxic Spikes, right? If it's first turn on the field, yes, it's almost always. After that, it's still usually outscores damage and move. Best damage and move, okay. So, like, I probably just Rapid Spin twice. I probably just have to use Serena. Like, usually I'm going to KO it. You're right, Ludo. Yeah, I think this is just still going to be the safest thing to do, so I don't have to worry about toxic spikes. I mean, I don't really have to worry about toxic spikes anyway if I've got Nido Queen in the back. So maybe I just click Dropkick. I know Dropkick 2 doesn't 2-hit KO through Citrus. But I can go for Dropkick twice, and then I can click Rapid Spin afterwards if I haven't 2-hit KO'd it. Yeah, I saw the wipe. I'd only tuned in like halfway through the fight. I did see it. The gouging fire just kept Dragon Dancing. Serena Miracle Seed. Just Dropkick to it KO. Or into Rapid Spin. Because what will come in afterwards, I mean, you out-damage me, so it's potentially Drift Blim with Acrobatics or Hex. You would have like +1 and electric and plus defense as well. Oh no, you're going to see kill, so it's going to go to you. It's going to go Toxtricity for Sludge Bomb, which is when I can just go to Nido Queen and then just absorb the Toxic Spikes. So that's fine. So I don't have to worry about it setting Toxic Spikes. Oh, you thought Taurus was coming earlier. Oh, okay, so that's what got to that position. Yeah, fair. Drake's very, very punishing if you get out of position. Especially with the Gouging Fire wanting to set up on your face. Okay, Nido Queen is great for this. Okay. Toxicity in. I guess if I get hit twice, then it's not going to be toxic, but it's so unlikely to get hit twice, so it's fine. Toxicity in, Sludge Bomb, Nido Queen in, Earth Power KOs. And I have Citrus Berries now. I don't think I need it here. I definitely don't need it here. So I'll just be RnB. Fair enough, yeah. Just gotta go back in and try again. You do out damage. But I don't think it would see that it's faster until it's on the field, because it's only with Unburden and it is. So it probably goes to Raichu. Because that should see KO. So then Raichu in with Side Shock. What wants to come in here? On that Shift Tree, it's fine coming on Side Shock, but then it's always Signal Beam. I could do that with Persim, Berry, Center Scorch. Because I have got Persims now. Oh, I've got doubles on still. Does that change anything here? No, I don't think so. Does it change anything on this? No. Okay, it's fine. So you could come in on Signal Beam, but then I could just get paralyzed. So maybe I'm Persim Berry, pre-poisoned. So now you have to take one move, lunge KOs. Yeah, that's going to be the way to do it. So pre-poison, Persim Berry, Center Scorch. But I have to go through Shift Tree. I mean, you lost Luxray pretty late, didn't you? Like, it shouldn't be... Like, any experience you have will be fine. I don't think that period of the game where you lost Luxray is too different. I think... Like, the back-to-backs are hard, but like up until that, like pretty much anywhere from post Norman to evil team section is pretty free, I think. Winstitute maybe the one exception, but other than that, I think they're pretty free. And I don't know when you lost Luxray, but that kind of period isn't terrible. Once you're in side shot, and it's always it's a shift tree. I can also fake out once, but I don't need to. And switch to center scorch on signal beam. Take random move. This is about 45%, and then lunge KO. So then it's Drift Blim at the end. It will be clicking acrobatics. Drift Blim in acro. And Ampharos usually beats it. Manectric always beats it if I'm not poisoned. And then get crit. Is Ampharos just safer then? Ampharos has to take 2 hits. What have I got on my plan here that I haven't gotten there? Oh, I put Raichu in up here. Okay, I've got 2 slots still. Okay, then I'll just go with both of them then. And if Drift, they just have to have Petra Berry, in case something comes in early. Okay. In case Drifting comes in early and then, yeah, okay, Petra, Manectric, Petra, Ampharos. And then they should be fine. So 8 boxed, auxiliary boxed, you 2 are there, you're there, okay. Ampharos, Manectric, Serena. Items, you need Persim, and you need to be pre-poisoned. You can be whatever, I'll just give you an RnB. You can just have an RnB. You need Petra. And you want Miracle Seed. Okay. Oh, I can't pre-poison in the gym. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to risk Center Scorch. It fully heals me inside the gym, doesn't it? Just going to have to risk that the 1 in 3 into discharge happens then. Because, yeah. 1 in 3 into discharge and para. If that goes wrong, have I got backup? Maybe I drop my Manectric and then I can have backup. For Raichu. Well, to be honest, nothing really backs up Raichu. Nothing really does it anyway. Like Parasect kind of does, but it can't switch in. No, I can't switch in and take a hit. It doesn't do it. I'm just gonna have to risk that. I'll get that 1 in 3. Maybe Ampharos will 1v1 or something afterwards. Okay. Okay, so yep, electric train. Drop kick, it's usually just going to be clicking toxic spikes twice. It just loves clicking toxic spikes. Yeah, there's one. Okay, drop kick again. Okay, because if that KO'd, it was always Tox. Rising Voltage is a bit more annoying actually, but I can Rapid Spin now and get rid of that. So even if it does go to Drift Blim early, I'm fine. Oh wait a second, actually no, that might have to go to Drift Blim because I boosted my speed. No, it's still Tox for KO. Okay, should always be Sludge Bomb, right? 62. It can be Venoshock, but it's always a poison move. So we go to Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen takes it, fine. And then Earth Power is going to KO. Okay. Now it should be Raichu. Against Nidoqueen. Surf. It's Side Shock or Surf. I'm always pivoting through Shiftry anyway. It doesn't take much damage and it's always Signal Beam. I guess I should click Fake Out once, considering I'm here. Because if I was to get full powered, then that chip is useful. Now it's always Scent Scorch on Signal Beam. I have Person Berry for this, but that means I had to drop. That means I couldn't use Signal Beam for potential discharge. Don't get confused. So now I'm gonna. Do I get discharge? No. Okay. So then we're fine. Now it should always be Drift Blim for Hex. Sorry, for Acrobatics kill. Well, Acrobatics highest damage it can kill. Yeah, Unburden, Electric Seed. Yes, I know. So I go to. I think I use Ampharos because Manectric can be dead to double crits. No, I just go to Manectric because Manectric is a clean OHKO all the time. If I get crit on the first one, then I can just switch out. I know it's Hex and I can switch out. I can also get Static here on Acrobatics. Okay. So now we're just outspeeding KO. Huge. Okay. I don't necessarily need to run out depending on what the fight is actually like next. Vivian. Okay, so Tail Glow Baton Pass Volbeat. Right, of course. Why wouldn't you be? Dual Wing Beat, just outspeeds and KOs. Okay, so how does Baton Pass work then? Like, will you want to click it on the first turn? It has a Pokemon 2, Baton Pass 2, behind substitute or stat raise plus 14. Okay, so it has to get its stats boosted first. So it's not going to just click Baton Pass straight away. So Staraptor is actually good here. It just outspeeds and KOs with Dual Wing Beat. That's huge. Okay. Through the Focus Sash, which is very nice. Okay, and then I'm assuming it's just going to be Jolteon coming in. I'm assuming it's going to see kills. There's no Electric Terrain now. Yeah, Jolteon's going to outspeed and KO, so it's going to come in for Thunderbolt. Jolteon in T-Bolt. And how does Magnet Rise work? It only gets boosted in double battle, so it's probably just +6 then. Okay. So it's probably just can tie highest damage and move. Is what I've basically been told. Like if it's not specifically mentioned, you just assume it's +6. Um, so I guess it's just Nidoqueen. I'm gonna have to be Chesterberry for Sing. I try and click. Oh, my OBS just frozen. Okay, it's back. I don't want to have to go to Centre Scorch. Go to Seismitoad just yet. I don't have anything that's like really strong into taking hyper voices. I mean, you're not terrible, and then you come in, you fake out, it stalls Magnet Rises, but then you're just baiting Hyper Voice again, so I would need something that can switch in on Hyper Voice, but then bait T-Bolt back. So maybe Wolverine. Maybe it is just Hitmontop. And because I can fake out. I mean, Nidoqueen is usually going to 1v1, so. Maybe I just click Sludge Bomb 3 times. Maybe that's the better way of doing it, because that's usually going to KO. And then I don't have to worry about Earth Power and stuff. Okay, I think I just do that. I think I just Sludge Bomb 3 times. I don't have to worry about Magnet Rise and getting out damaged in the 1v1. I just take any free turns I get. So then after that, you outspeed, but you probably don't KO. You outspeed, but you get KO'd. You probably won't see a KO. You outspeed and get out damaged as well, and you probably won't see KO. Okay, so it would just go next in the party. I'll just go Oricorio. Because you're the only one that could ever see KO anyway. You'll be the first one to see it. And when you come in, you're just going to be clicking Air Slash or Tita Dance. Okay. Great. I mean, depending on HP, Nidoqueen can potentially try and get a Sludge Bomb off. Otherwise, it's probably just use. I mean, it's probably Persim Manectric. Being slower is sad. It's probably Persim Manectric's discharges to it KO. And I have Ampharos as well as backup, but I think Persim Manectric is probably the way to go. So, I mean, neither of these take too much damage. Manectric is a bit more, but it should be okay. Persim Manectric. I can Persim Ampharos in. So then afterwards, it's just going to be whatever sees, without damages and outspeeds. Disconnecting again. Palpitoad beats Zeb Striker. Yeah, I'm back in again. I'm sorry, I don't know why it keeps freezing. Getting notification set up, coming up saying that it's disconnecting and reconnecting. Palpitoad beats Zeb Striker. I'm not afraid of any status, am I? Am I afraid of any status? Signal Beam. Okay, I want to be Persim Berry. And then Galvantula will come in and click Kick a Drain. So I just go Infernape and I KO it. And I OHKO it. Blaze Kick. I'll go Cherry Berry just in case I ever have to switch it on Thunderbolt. Which is unlikely, but it's fine. Okay. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I need you. You and you. Items. So Raptor doesn't matter, so it can just be RnB. I need loads of Persims. And you need Chesto. And you Cherry Berry. Actually, no, I'm never switch. No, I'm never switch. If it's ever T-Bolt, I can just pivot. I'm gonna give you Persim in case it's Signal Beam. It's the only other move that would scare me. And it's Staraptor lead. Yep, and Battle Girl Vivian is the trainer. Okay, so Dual Wing Beat should just outspeed and KO here. Yep, it didn't try to go to Baton Pass, didn't have any stat boosts or anything. Okay, yep, Jolteon, this is always T-Bolt. So we go to Nidoqueen. Now it can click Magnet Rise, it can click Sing, it can click Hyper Voice, so I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb. Okay, that's nice. That's good, that means I didn't waste a turn. Okay, so I'm just going to keep clicking Sludge Bomb. Goes for Sting, I have Chesto Berry. Okay, we get poisoned now, it's definitely... Okay, no, it's Lumberry. That still looks like it's in free carry range. If it clicks Sting again and connects, then it's annoying. We might have to stall a bit. Okay, of course it does. Nothing I can do about that because I didn't have a way to KO it any faster, and you can't pre-status in gyms. So I'm just going to have to click Sludge Bomb and hope that Hyper Voice doesn't whittle me down too quickly. I need Nidoqueen to wake up. And Nidoqueen does not wake up. Okay, so now I'm dead to Hyper Voice crit. So this is AIDS. Quick attack was 31%. Do I think that's KOing? Do I think that's in quick attack range? Come Staraptor. I think it is. Because nothing else really wants to be taking these moves. Mach Punch is only 29%, so that's no better. That looks like quick attack range to me. Oh no, I might be able to get the ruler out. I've never used a ruler before, give me a minute. We have to put it on OBS and stuff. Image. Okay, this is really hard for me to see, Jesus. My screen's just like way too small to actually take advantage of this. Doesn't look quite right. That looks like it's about right. And that looks like it's more than 31%, so it looks like quick attack would be a roll. So my other options. To use Ampharos, and if I don't have Chesto, so if I get put to sleep, I just get destroyed. And Ampharos isn't guaranteed to KO. I'm risking this quick attack. I am risking it. Nothing else is gonna work here. It's either that or risk crit and wake up, but it's just not. That's also not a good idea. Okay, it went for Magnet Rise. That's so dumb. Oh, I hate that. Okay. This isn't always a KO. It could roll that it doesn't see a KO and then click Sing. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, okay. So it's Oricorio. Oricorio is just going to be clicking Revelation Dance or Teeter Dance. What would I rather take if I'm switching in here? I'd rather take an Air Slash, so I can go into Nidoqueen first. Okay, I can pivot through Nidoqueen. My sleeping queen. Went for Teeter Dance, okay. So now it's always Air Slash, which means I get to save my Persian Berry, which is a lot better for the matchup. Okay, discharges to it KO. I can get. It usually doesn't click Air Slash here. Yeah. I'm now dead to max roll crit, but I am risking that because it can also just click Teeter Dance and just do nothing. Cool, because I've got Persim. Okay. Yeah, so it had to lose highest damage move. We had to win it, and it had to max roll crit, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's definitely a risk I'm going to take at this stage. My box is limping, I can't be perfect. Galvantula comes in next. Okay, so Galvantula is almost always seen as kill with Signal Beam, but Signal Beam is always highest damage, so it's always just Signal Beam. So that's why I was good to go for Persim on Ape. Ape outspeeds and KOs with Blaze Kick. And Zeb Striker comes in. T-Bolt is a max of 40%. Crit does 67, so I can definitely just click Blaze Kick once. If I don't get paralysed, then I can just KO. Okay. Alright, well, it's always T-Bolt again. So Palpitoad now comes in, and that should be in Mudshot range. And you was Persimberry. So even though I got crit there as well. Jesus, the RNG is insane. Okay, next trainer. Leads with a Porygon. With T-Wave. Okay, so I mean this is just what download boost does it get actually? It gets attack. Okay, cool. Which is right, yeah. Is it calcing it? Yeah, it's calcing with it as well. So yeah, it gets attack boost, so it doesn't matter. So Ape can just lead. That's cool. Ape can lead with a Cherry Berry, and it'll just always do it KO. Then it goes into Electrode outspeeds. Does it see KO? It sees Explosion Kill. Oh, fun. Okay, it's Galvanize Explosion though. So does it just come in and click Explosion? No, it doesn't. It doesn't follow best damage and move. It's just like 4% to click it because it gets 5% to get +7, and then it can be +8 on highest damage and move. Right. But it is galvanized, so it means that I have got like answers to it. His Nidoqueen is good into this, I think. Yeah, Nidoqueen only ever takes 15% from Hidden Power Grass. It also doesn't take Tri-Attack, which is what it would click when it comes in. Okay. So I've got Cherry Ape, Persim, Nidoqueen. So Ape, Sky Uppercut to it KO. The one thing I know it's always clicking Discharge instead of Ice Beam, which is also good, so I can't be frozen. Sky Uppercut to it KO. Electrode in. And it's going to click Tri-Attack usually. It can explode, but it's unlikely. Nidoqueen comes in anyway. Power is a 2-hit KO. And it's going to be clicking Hidden Power Grass, so I can't actually get confused. But that's fine. So I don't actually need Persim. It's never clicking Signal Beam, is it? No, it's never clicking Signal Beam. Okay, so I don't need Persim. So I could open up the item slot if it does something on another Mon later on. So I'm going to be about 70%. 65-ish. No, sorry, it's 70. It was 70. No, I'm tripping. Yeah, no, I'm tripping. It's max 70. Then from Nidoqueen, I outdamaged the Rotom. I OHKO the Golem. I don't outspeed an OHKO Pikachu, so it's always Pikachu for Surf. Because highest roll sees Surf KO and outspeed, so Pikachu comes in and clicks Surf. I don't want to risk. I want to use something that can risk double crit. So I think it's Serena. I think I bring Serena, and it's going to need to be static. Just going to need to be Cherry Berry. Because I could get static. Cherry Serena, I could get. Because I switch it on Surf, and then I'm usually taking Iron Tail. Okay. Dropkick is always a KO. Take 18%, and then usually take Iron Tail 35%. And Dropkick KO. So I'll be at about 50%. Rotom outspeeds. Hex only does 30%, so if I have the static, then it's fine. It's probably going then Golem for potential explosion or Fire Punch. Sure. Okay, yeah, it will go to Golem. Because it sees Explosion Kill. And Rotom won't. It's usually Fire Punch, so I guess this is where Palpitoad works. Palpitoad is dead to EQ crit. Insane. Okay. So I go Rawstberry Nidoqueen then. Because if I switch it on Fire Punch, then I always outspeed and KO with Earth Power. If I'm ending at 65%-ish on the other one, Fire Punch crit never KOs me. Okay. That's risky, but yeah. I probably then have to bring Palpitoad. Well, no, Palpitoad. Yeah, Palpitoad doesn't OHKO, it's the problem. It's like Soft Sand doesn't even OHKO. Wow. Yeah, I would just be dead to EQ crit. Yeah, I don't actually have a better play into that. I have to really hope that Nidoqueen doesn't get screwed over by this, but then... Well, no, because then Hidden Power Grass would be the problem, yeah, so... What backup have I got if it starts clicking EQ? I guess if I'm in range of... Okay, so I have an idea, yeah. If I have the problem with... Okay, so if I have the slots, which I think I do, Cherry Serena, Rawst Nidoqueen... I can go Nidoqueen if I'm dead to Fire Punch crit. If I'm not dead to Fire Punch crit. If I am dead to Fire Punch crit, I go to Palpitoad, and then I'm always baiting EQ, so then I can go to Staraptor, and then it's basically either clicking Body Slam or Explosion, and I can just keep on pivoting until it explodes. I just keep switching between those two, between Palpitoad and Staraptor until it explodes. I guess. That kind of works. It kind of works. It's not perfect, but it kind of works. It's going to need to be Rawstberry Palpitoad. And then the Rotom is the last Mon. Which might just be Shiftry. Probably Shiftry, but like Serena will help. Will it click? Does it prefer Wisp or T-Wave, or is it just random? +6. Pokemon has a physical attacking move. It's only a 37% chance to consider that, but it would get then +8. Thunder Wave. Okay, so it's usually Thunder Wave because it has Hex. More likely Thunder Wave, but it's 50-50. It's so fucking cringe. But I would rather be burned because I have Dark Pulse to hit it. Okay, Cherry Ape, which also is still going to be around, so yeah, okay. Cherry Serena. Cherry Shiftry. Ross Nidoqueen. I really, really hope you don't get crit at some point. Ross Palpitoad. Oranberry's fine for Staraptor. Okay. Alright. So the lead is just Skype got twice, it got attack boost, so fine. I have a Cherry Berry. If I get paralyzed, I have Cherry Berry. Okay, I don't. Cool. That should just go to Electrode for fast out KO, see an explosion. Okay, Golem, interesting. The Electrode also sees Galvanize, Explosion, KO. So maybe it doesn't see it for Explosion. Oh, Explosion's not seen as the highest damage move for switch-ins. Okay, so this is just Earthquake. Or Body Slam. Okay, that's terrible. That is so bad. That is so bad. Palpitoad's just dead to Earthquake crit. Staraptor's dead to Body Slam. Crit. I guess I pivot through Serena. Although I pivot through Shiftry. Shiftry is always Fire Punch. Serena is also always Fire Punch. They both have Cherry Berries. Serena needs it less, so. Okay, cute, cool. Now there's just always a chance it can explode here, but Fire Punch is most likely. 4% chance for explosion. Fire Punch, crit. Does 86. So crit burn or max roll crit would kill. Okay, I have to go to Palpitoad. Oh, I'm just going straight. I'm going to Nidoqueen now. I'm going to Nidoqueen now. I've got Rawsberry. Don't crit. Okay. Earth Power always KOs. Okay. So I didn't consider the fact that it doesn't actually see Explosion as a normal damaging move, which is really weird then for this fight. I planned it all like that. This is always Surf, which is still what I was expecting before when it came in. So it's Serena in. And this works the same. I take Iron Tail. Iron Tail crit, how much do you do on Serena? Because I have taken an extra hit. Max roll crit is only 54, so drop kick KOs. It is static, which could change the switch in if I get staticked. I do. I took out my Cherry Berry. Okay. Okay, it's Electrode. Electrode is seeing Signal Beam kill. It's always Signal Beam. It's not Explosion because it actually sees the kill. Okay, so I was supposed to be going Nidoqueen on this, but if it confuses me, that's annoying. So considering I now don't need Palpitoad and this is always Signal Beam, I go through Palpitoad and then I switch on Hidden Power Grass with Nido. Right, No, I go to Staraptor on this and then I switch in on Tri-Attack. Okay, now it's Tri-Attack and Nidoqueen comes in, and this is basically the same as what it would have been before. The way it would have been on the original plan. Yeah, it's Hidden Power Grass. Okay, so max roll crit of Hidden Power Grass 31, we're safe. Okay, now it's just the Rotom left. It's always clicking Hex. Hex always scores a kill here, that's amazing. So Shiftry comes in. I have Cherry Berry, because I have Dark Pulse, so if it clicks Discharge here and I get paralysed, I heal it off. If it clicks Will-O-Wisp, it's annoying because then Hex does more, but it should be fine. Okay, and it usually goes for the Thunder Wave. Okay, that had one roll to kill. We nearly hit it, but that's fine. So now we just try and hit it again. And this time it goes for Will-O-Wisp. Okay, cool. Huge, okay. So this fight up here, apparently you can do it as two singles if you bring just the one Mon, but I don't think my Infernape works because I don't have Fake Out and Overheat. Fake Out and Overheat. I don't think it'll work. Which means I have to deal with plus minus stuff. Okay. Yeah, I can see it straight away because I Fake Out into Sky Uppercut would KO. And then I guess Overheat would KO. Or Overheat into Mock Punch, whatever. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. There's just chances of like T-Bolt crit or double T or like Para just ruining me. Usually set to rain on the first turn. Like, it's very likely that I would get through it, but it's not worth the risk, I don't think. Especially since I got paralysed in the first one, then my Cherry Berry's gone. And if Electric Train's up, that Rising Voltage crit just kills me. Yeah, no, okay. I would have needed Overheat as if I got Overheat, does it change things? I'd still have to Sky Uppercut into Mock Punch, whatever, or Cherry Berry. then I'm just dead to double crit. I'm just dead to crit, actually. I'm just dead to crit. This isn't a thing. Yeah, no, this isn't a thing here. Okay, it's fine. Just gonna have to deal with it. So how does the electro web is always +1, isn't it, in doubles? Is electric terrain also like really high score? AI is holding terrain extender is +9, so it's always going to outscore highest damage move on turn 1 on the mining. Okay. And they have +- always active though. So yes, I'm just dead to T-Bolt crit here. And this is going to set the terrain, and I don't have a way to just outspeed Oko, do I? Thing is that this mining does nothing except for click help in hand if I can focus down this side, then I could be okay. Fake out from you does 25%. So fake out 23. Literally 1 HP. I mean, I have muscle band. So I could get fake out plus an attack to KO the plusle before it moves, and then the Dene comes in. There's going to be electric terrain up. It's just going to be seeing rising voltage KO into Ape. It's not seeing any KO into Shift Tree, to be fair. And that turn you'll probably just click in Electric Web. I think that isn't a bad lead. So if I went Muscle Bound Infernate, is there a spread move AI? Don't think so. No, those moves are relevant, none of those are relevant. It's just default +6. So I could take more damage than I expect, but it's not going to calc with it, is it? I don't think. That feels like it would be insane. Okay. So yeah, so Ape Shift Tree lead just works. Well, it doesn't just work, but Ape Shift Tree lead does something. I could probably 2-hit KO to the Dene, because if I go into Palpitoad and I have it pre-damaged, then I'm immune to the rising voltage and I'm always dead to Grass Knot. Mine is still just kind of like sitting there doing nothing. If it decides that it doesn't want to click Electro Web on turn 2, and it rolls Thunderbolt, because Electro Web's always +7. Helping Hand would be +6. Thunderbolt would be +6. Sometimes +8. It's like, it'd be so bad if it decides to target Shiftry with T-Bolt. Because then it would have the chance to click Dazzling Gleam. So if I went U, I mean, I could do that on Dazzling Gleam, and you're kind of okay. But I think Palpitoad first to bait Grass Knot on turn 2 is best, or turn 3, and Shiftry can potentially KO on turn 3. Okay, hold on. No, wait. Shiftry would KO on this turn, so... Oh, no, yeah. No, if mine and T-Bolt Shiftry on turn 2, then I'm in a lot of trouble. But I would have to just go to Nidoqueen and something that takes Grass Knot and Dazzling Gleam. Which I probably have with, like, Center Scorch there. But then I'm not going to be in a position to kind of switch in on electric moves. But I think Nidoqueen being on the field is always going to be fine. And like you probably with Rising Voltage Electric Terrain, yeah, you would see KO into this after Dazzling Gleam or Electro Web, whatever. So like I can then just go back into Palpitoad. Okay, that feels actually okay. That feels like that side that's gonna work. Shiftry. I guess I'll go Cherry Berry just in case that's relevant. Palpitoad, and it's gonna be pre-damaged. Nidoqueen. Okay, so it doesn't matter on the side what side they are, but it should be plus or right. Mine and left. In turn 1, and I should have 8 plus Shiftry. So turn 1 is just mine doesn't see any KOs, so it's just always clicking Electric Terrain. Shiftry, Fake Out, plus all. Infernate, Blaze Kick KO. Mine and Electric Terrain. That's always +9, so it outscores highest damage and move and everything else. Then Dedenne comes in. And it's seeing Rising Voltage KO only. It's not seeing the KO on Shiftry. It never does. Unless for some reason it calcs as if it's getting Helping Hand boost with AI if the partner decides to click it, but I can't imagine that's a thing. It would be insane, but I'll learn if it is. Yeah, so Rising Voltage is always a KO. So it's always clicking Rising Voltage. It'll, like, if it kicks T-Bolt, there's one roll of T-Bolt it could click, but I'm just going into Palpitoad, so it's fine. Infernate, switch to Palpitoad. What HP am I supposed to be at? Let's check Palpitoad. When are you dead to Grass Knot? When are you always dead to Grass Knot? 96. Okay. I can't pre-damage in gym. I can't pre-damage in the gym. Oh, that's so bad. I can't pre-damage in the gym. Oh, you bastard. Oh. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, actually. That's really bad. I'm not going to have anything else I can switch in and then bait a kill. Like, that's just never happening, is it? Nope. I mean, Ampharos, yeah, but it's baiting random move. It's not baiting... I mean, Citrus Berry, Ampharos, is that always Rising Voltage? if I was to take 93, I'd be at 7 plus 25, 32. It does not always. Usually, yeah. So maybe I have to go to citrus berry amphoros and take it like that. Take that. That's probably how I have to do it. But you're clicking electro web as well. So I have to take electro web and rising voltage. Or you're clicking helping hand. No, you're never clicking helping hand over electro web. Right? Yeah, because on the first turn it is anyway, because Infernape is faster. So it'll see +6 and then +1 for this. So first turn it's always going to click electro web. I can't pre-damage. Oh my god, okay. I don't have any like items or anything to hurt myself at the moment either. Jesus. Okay, so I think it's Ampharos is the safer play then. I think Citrus Ampharos is going to be the way to I have to go. Nothing else is going to take a rising voltage, like in terrain. Yeah, that's just not a thing. It just does not. It's just not existing. You're dead to crit. You're already on the field. Okay. Wow. So I have to dodge crit. Amazing. The rising voltage Ampharos, 62%. Minun Electro Web comes next. Ampharos take 17% from that. Jeez, okay. Plus, how much on the shift tree? %. Oh, you're just going to be seeing Dazzling Gleam kill afterwards. What? How is this going to work? How would this ever work? And I go Nidoqueen and Palpitoad, I guess, and I'm taking Dazzling Gleam. Potentially, or potentially Rising Voltage. I have to play off of that. Okay. I mean, I can kind of see it. Nidoqueen, Palpitoad. And then Center Scorch as well is probably going to be my last one then. Because if I get Nidoqueen, Palpitoad in, Nidoqueen can attack pretty safely. Because you don't have like hidden power ice or anything, you'll be fine to just attack it against this. Against this board, yeah, okay. Shift Tree's gonna Leaf Blade. I can never get paralyzed, so I should just go Miracle Seed and get as much damage as possible now. Or I make you the Muscle Band one. How much does Nidoqueen do to you? I mean, Nidoqueen does so much, it doesn't actually matter. I'm assuming it's going to be you. Shiftry Leaf Blade. Well, Shiftry doesn't need Cherry Berry, it's never scared of that, so I'm gonna go Muscle Band Shiftry and then Fairy on Infernape. I think. I'll just go Citrus 8 probably. At that point, Minus won't be active. Maybe it's Citrus. Leaf Blade onto the Dene. Muscle Band. 64%. Okay, then this turn, it's just like Helping Hand or T-Bolt. So I go Nidoqueen. Okay, so Dedene's Rising Voltage. Ampharos. Or Dazzling Gleam onto Shiftry. Minun is Helping Hand or T-Bolt. Random slot. So Ampharos switch to Nidoqueen. Shiftry switch to Palpitoad. If it's Dazzling Gleam, if it's Helping Hand Dazzling Gleam, do you just die? Probably. But like, I can't switch in you earlier on potential T-Bot from you, can I? No. If I'm lucky and Shiftry is in, or Ampharos is in T-Bolt range, then I can go Center Scorch early. I think I've just kind of got to steer the last part of it. I think I just run with that team and I steer the end based on those HP ranges. Because once Nidoqueen's on the board, Nidoqueen is safe. Because it's only ever taken Dazzling Gleam, even if it's Helping Hand boosted, it's then never dead to anything. And the other slot is always going to be dead to something. I might be risking Palpitoad to a crit here. And Minun against both of those would then always be clicking Helping Hand. Okay. But this feels like the best I've got, so... Because Palpitoad is just about not dead is basically the problem. I've got too much Spadef to not die to Grass Knot. Or I'm too high leveled. I should have considered not over leveling you, I guess. I didn't think it'd be relevant this early. Muscle Band. And everything else just gets Citrus Berries. No, you don't need a Citrus Berry because you're either dead to crit or you're living, so... I do want a Citrus Berry. No, I want Cherry Berry on you. Okay. No, I want Citrus on Centre Scorch because I could be taking T-Bolt there and I wouldn't know. I'd rather live it than because of Citrus than get paralysed and have to play around Para. Like, if I have to play around Para, I have to play around Para. That's not a problem. Like, I could even, once Minon's on its own, just kind of stall Minon intentionally to stall terrain. Actually, no, I think that's probably going to be too long, but... okay. This fight might wipe me. Well, this fight is very likely to take a death, I think. I'm going to have to play it. I'm just going to have to see what happens here, aren't I? I'm going to have to steer it a bit. I've got a good lead. I know how the first turn's going to play. We blaze kick and we fake out the plus all. Minon is going to set up to electric terrain. Okay. Now, because Infernape is faster, Electro Web is always scoring +7 here. So Minon is usually clicking Electro Web. It can click T-Bolt as highest damaging move into either slot. Ape is switching into Ampharos and it's going to take a rising voltage. Shiftry is going to Leaf Blade to Dene. Show me Electro Web for Minon, please. And don't crit rising voltage, please. Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. Like, what is the fucking point? Oh, and you don't even Electro Web. You are fucking joking. And what the fuck is that? Seriously, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, so it follows highest damaging move and gets additional +1. So this should see... It should always be Electro Web because it should always kill, like, Ampharos, right? Yeah, it always kills Ampharos. So this is always Electro Web. It can also be Dazzling Gleam. It can be its random move from the Denado. So I have to go to Nidoqueen on this slot. It's just, I think I now have to risk Shiftry, crit onto Shiftry, because it can click Dazzling Gleam. And if Dazzling Gleam crit, Shiftry's dead, but I don't think it makes sense to switch in Palpitoad here and risk Palpitoad to a crit. When I have the chance to just KO the Dene this turn. Because otherwise I've got to take another hit from the Dene after this. So I just have to risk this critting. Wait. If it's clicking Electro Web, Shiftry's dead. Shiftry's just dead to both of those. I have to go to Palpitoad on this slot. I went for Dazzling Gleam. Okay, well it's not hidden. It's not Helping Hand boosted, so Palpitoad lives this. No, it's probably just Dazzling Gleam Grass not getting Dazzling Gleam and Helping Hand. Nidoqueen is going to take out the Dene. Palpitoad switching into Centre Scorch, which does take these hits. It does take the hits well here because it's never electric move. It's Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam probably. I'm gonna. It could be Grass Knot. Should be nicer. Okay, nice. That's huge. Okay, I think we're out just off of that. That's kind of crazy. Oh my god, Ampharos. Like, what is the crit luck I've had? Oh my god, I've never been crit so much. So you don't have minus anymore, so like, I'm just safe now. There's always just going to be Electro Web or T-Bolt in, so I just switch into Palpitoad. I don't actually know what it's going to click now. Kind of want to switch to Shift Tree. I think Shift Tree switching in is actually really good because then it gives me Fake Out and it's never going to be dead to anything. So then I get Nidoqueen to have a free hit, a free Earth Power into this. And Shift Tree gets to Fake it out. Okay, yeah, cool. I think that was just like random move, it couldn't do anything. Okay, so now Kling Clang is out. I always click Fake Out Shift Tree, which does 5%. Oh, I am Muscle Bound Shift Tree. It does 5%. Ape does 71. Nothing showing kills. Not faster. Got two mons that are dead to crit, but it's still beam onto either mon right now, right? Okay, so it's still beam onto either mon, so I Fake Out and I Earth Power, then I go Center Scorch and Ape, and I'm living every time. Okay. Unless there's like recoil AI where it won't click it because it's going to die. Because that would be really bad if there is. It doesn't look like there is. I don't know. Is there a middle ground switch at all? Like, is Center Scorch always dead to rise in voltage? No. Is Ape? Oh, Ape is always dead to rise in voltage crit, so Center Scorch is better. As one of the middle grounds, and then is Palpitoad dead to Steel Beam? Palpitoad would be dead to Steel Beam crit. Okay, but Ape is only dead to some rolls of Steel Beam crit, so I go Ape and Center Scorch. That is the safest thing to do here. And if it decides to click Rising Voltage because it would be dead to Steel Beam, then I learn that there is an AI like that. There's not. Amazing. Oh my god, I can't believe I got crit on Ampharos and I got through it. Oh my god. Alright, so... Oh, this doesn't look like it's going to be fun. Wattson, okay, so... Nido Queen outspeeds and KOs, but it just triggers Cussed App. Which is where Ape would be so good if I had Fake Out Overheat, but I do not. I don't have any pivot moves. Like I have Fake Out here, but then it's just... I mean, it's usually clicking Discharge, but it can just explode. So Explosion AI is kind of cringe. It doesn't even really care about the damage, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't even care about the damage. It's just a chance based on HP. And there's always at least a chance, at least some chance. And obviously they don't give you a ghost type right now, and I lost my normal resist. So if this thing explodes, something dies. So bad. How much does I think Overheat is still the more valuable move. If I was to get one of them on Apes, it would be here. So like, there's always going to be the risk that it explodes in my face and I just wipe, but it's not electric terrain. That's the one good thing here. And we're on singles. Okay. Explosion is even more. So yeah, basically I can overheat KO you. I can, but I need something to pivot to hit it first. Well, I guess overheat Mock Punch works. Then in that case, like Sky Uppercut Mock Punch works, but I would need to hold Cherry Berry, so I guess that's not going to hit the range. By 1 HP. Insane. Okay. But if I find the better use for the scale that I have, then I guess that would be reasonable to risk. Because that would play around that. Because, I mean, is Shifty going to do anything here? You have Ice Beam. So, like, no. I could never really risk that. And you could Scald Burn and I can't do anything. Like, okay, I could go Miracle Seed and then I switch in and Fake Out Leaf Blade. Doesn't even always KO because of leftovers. Like, that's not good. Serena, I don't know if I have Aspir Berries. I do have Aspir Berries. So I can put an Aspir Berry on, but then it means that I'm just risking Discharge instead, or T-Wave instead. Because you can't pre-status in the gym. Jesus. Like, is there anything else that does stuff into Lantern? Seismitoad 2 KOs it through leftovers. About Para, but I do have to worry about burns. Although I wouldn't have to worry about freeze if I know I'm not switching on Ice Beam. So you're probably a good shot, a good shout. Which is a candy, but I haven't got another use for the candy right now, and I do just want to kind of get through this. Like Shiftry's not doing. Shiftry can't just come to fake out. Shiftry would have to do something on one of the other mons as well. You're not going to do anything here or here. So like, it doesn't help me if I was to say, oh yeah, I can just Shiftry, fake out, and then overheat or whatever. That wouldn't be a thing. The damage might be relatively consistent in terms of it's always going to click Flash Cannon or Explosion and I just die. And if it clicks Explosion, I die. That is it. But it's always clicking Flash Cannon to Infernape as I kind of after the fake out, which is like, yeah, okay, that's better than Discharge. Does anything outspeed Infernape? You do. So you're almost definitely coming in, basically. It's Plasma Fists or Close Combat, which is also a complete and utter arse if I can't guarantee one of those. If I was to take the Flash Cannon, 31%, still could be Close Combat. It's still not even guaranteed to be Plasma Fists. But like, I mean, Nidoqueen is good, but do I even take to it KO? Not usually. I don't even usually 2-hit KO after Sugar Berry. I have Poison Point. That's not going to help me. I don't want to be holding an item because it's gonna. If it close combats, then I would 2-hit KO after Sugar. Otherwise, I'd be at full health, and I probably want to go no item on Nidoqueen if I'm trying to use it to beat this. Parasect fell off so fast. Oh my god. Like Serena's good, but that's still just taking too much damage from close combat. That is still just too much damage. I'm only dead to double crit. If it's -1, I don't outspeed at -1 speed anyway. I'm looking at like I can low sweep into dropkick KO, but I'm not going to outspeed it at -1 anyway. So that's not helpful. You take way too much from Plasma Fists. You take too much. And you're just dead, yeah, just dead. Nothing outspeeds, you're going to take too much from CC. So, I mean, Nidoqueen probably has to be Zeraora. Sure. Again, if I give Nidoqueen an item, then like to try and hit the trigger range, I'm just getting knocked off. So that's always not like always wrong. If I don't want to go for overheat, then I can do Rock Smash into like Rock Sky Uppercut or Blaze Kick, and that would work on Infernape. That would work on Magnezone to save the scale. I don't know what else I have like as scale options. Like what mons are good here? Nidoqueen, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Superpower T-Bolt. I can't imagine they do too much for me. Seismitoad. Obviously, Fake Out is the other option on Infernape. No, you don't gain anything from this. Serena, you're good on this. You're okay here. Triple Axel. No, I'm not going to be doing that. Shiftry, would it a scale ever help you? Leaf Storm. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Does that make you beat Lantern? Would that make you beat Lantern consistently? Where I could go Cherry Berry and then fake out Leaf Storm. Oh my god. Oh, you have so much special bulk. If I was Miracle Seed, then it's very likely, but not guaranteed. And I'd have to make sure that I'm switching on Scald only, which I don't know if that's possible. But I can write that down as an option. Potential scales. Obviously, there's also stats for scales, actually. So, like, if I was 31 attack, it's the same as Leaf Blade. Leaf Storm. Potential scales. Infernate. Fake out or overheat. Shiftry Leaf Storm. Which I don't think is a bad investment. Like, having a Leaf Storm on is always going to be good if it actually does enough on this fight. To make it a worthwhile choice. So like I said, there is always stats that I can boost. Like, maybe Nidoqueen special attack going to 31 would make this always safe and KO through Shuka. It would. Even if it doesn't close combat, I would always have a 2-hit KO through Shuka Berry. And then I don't have to worry about... I don't know, I'm only risking like double high roll crit. Wait, if I take close combat on the switch in and then I just die to 2 knockoffs. Ah, that's not even that good on this then. Like, I have to make sure that it's... I can't be taking close combat on the switch. It needs to be Plasma Fists. Okay, well, Nido special attack. Potential candy is literally just Seismitoad, I think. So I think I just have one of each. Yeah, I used this one. I used that one already. I did pick this up. Okay, yes, I have 1 scale, 1 candy. What TMs have I got? Faint Attack, Seismic Toss, Defog. Yeah, I don't think any of these are useful. Rock Tomb, maybe? And Rock Smash, maybe. Didn't Seismitoad. Potential there. Okay. Hitmontop, would you get anything from Scales? Rapid Spin. No. Okay. What does clicking Rock Smash with you look like on you? Rock Smash, be 30% on the first one. I have to be Cherry Berry because of discharge. Oh, that's not a bad roll. Hold on. Rock Smash does 30. And then at -1, I do 60. Oh, that's a shit roll. What am I talking about? If I have to be Cherry Berry for discharge, that's a shit roll. I have wide lens, muscle bands, wide glasses, protective pads. I don't have black belt, so it would only ever be muscle band if I was to risk para. If I was to risk 50-50 discharge into para, then it's only muscle band that I can use. That's also just not a good roll. Anyway, like it's not even guaranteed. So like, I would still be risking a roll, and it's not guaranteed. So that's just not going to be a thing, is it? It's 32 plus 66, so it's still 3 HP away. So yeah, that's not a thing. Serena doesn't do anything. Ampharos, you get Electro Web. It's not going to do anything for me, I don't think. There's no way you can sit on something long enough to Electro Web it. Not to the point that it's relevant for anything. Like, if I got any answer to this, like, that's Parasect is going to have to try and beat this, isn't it? If it's Slick and Coil, I'm going to get fucked, though. Oh no, Serena's good into this. Serena's very good into this. Okay, so Serena beats Electros. I can make some little notes in here, so I know what the rolls are for some of these things. Serena beats you. I mean, you have Drain Punch, so this isn't going to do it. Yeah. And it is Levitate. Okay, yeah. That's a Serena job. That's fine. A Drop Kick is a free at KO. Obviously, I have leftovers and stuff, but I'm going to like really negate its damage. And if I don't get paralyzed on the switch, then it's never clicking Thunder Punch. So I would potentially be able to afford Citrus Berry instead of Cherry Berry if I know what it's clicking on the switch in. What beats the fan? Ampharos can attempt to beat the fan. You can click Air Slash or Discharge. I mean, I'd have to be Raspberry. It's not a good matchup at all, is it? If I was to go 31 special attack on Ampharos, it's still not even a free at KO. You're always baiting Air Slash. I don't want to use something that baits Air Slash. That's just suicide. And you're not going to be strong enough. You don't outspeed, so you're just going to get hexed and beat down. You're going to bait Air Slash. You're just not going to do anything because you get electric move. Okay, you're going to beat an Air Slash. Okay, so it's going to have to be Ampharos for Rotom Fan. Would Electro Web actually help in that situation? I mean, I'd have to get it to -2 to outspeed. It probably does throw it in my favour slightly. It would throw it into my favour slightly. So I guess that is then a consideration for scale. Although it probably feels really shit for long-term investments, but I have to consider everything basically, don't I? Okay, what beats their Ampharos? Discharge, Dragon Breath, Sleep Total Rest. Like, what beats this? I mean, like, nothing. Like, genuinely just, like, nothing. I mean, it's kind of is Nido Queen and you're fishing for special defense drops. But then what the fuck beats their Aura if I don't use Nido Queen for that? I guess Seismitoad is the better option. I guess it's Citrus Seismitoad. I can't just get low rolled into max rolled on Dragon Breath, which is insane. Oh, I have to be. Dragon Breath can fucking paralyze. Like, I'm just fucked. But I think it has to be Seismitoad for that. Because I'm pretty sure that Nidoqueen is the only thing that has a chance of beating Zeraora. I don't have enough mons to like do pivot stuff. Like, I can't come in and out on things. Like, I don't have the resistance profiles and that to do that. But yeah, like this just also just doesn't actually beat Zeraora. It just doesn't actually beat it. Because I'm hasty with 2 defense, it just does not beat it. I don't outdamage it. That attack's not right, is it? No, that attack might be right. If I went scale defense... Well no, then Grass Knight's still doing a lot. That's special. This is so shit. Oh my god. If we say this is it anyway, then like how do I beat... So then it's probably got to be Infernate for Magnezone. And I'm probably just going to have to click... Depends if I scale, but it's probably just Rock Smash into Sky Uppercut is probably the best thing unless I scale Overheat. Then I can just Overheat and Mock Punch. So what beats Lantern? Are we really saying the Shift Tree beats Lantern? Because it doesn't. Even with Miracle Seed, it's just not... Usually KOs, but it's not guaranteed, and I have to avoid Discharge and Scald Burn. Discharge and Scald. Right, it's Vital Absorb, so this isn't going to do shit. You're just not going to win that 1v1. And nothing here is going to win the 1v1, other than Seismitoad would. Seismitoad would, but I can get burned. I can get fucked over for later on. Like, I'm not going to beat Ampharos if I have to take a Scald. But like, Seismitoad is the best for Lantern by a mile. Because I'm never baiting Ice Beam, it's always just Scald and Earth Power 2 at KOs. So if I can switch it on Discharge or Thunder Wave, I'm only ever taking one Scald, and then that's it. It's like Seismitoad is great. But then it means I have to find another way of beating Ampharos. Like, Nidoqueen doesn't really do with Citrus, and I dodge a crit like it kind of does. But then I have to find a different way to beat Zeraora, and there's genuinely not a mon that does that. Because if I was to go Citrus... Oh no, it's always clicking close combat still. I always have to take 3 hits, even if I was low sweep. It's always 3 hits, right? Like I said, I take Plasma Fist on the switch. Then I take Close Combat and I heal with Citrus. 45 plus... I'm just dead still. Right, I don't heal. I'm dead to 1 crit or like high rolls. And yeah, I'd have to low sweep twice to be able to outspeed. Center Scorch does not beat this because Plasma Fist just crit kills. Parasect just dies to 2. Top just dies to Plasma Fist crit. Yeah, I mean, it's just arse. It's just complete another fucking arse. Let me look if there's anything else in the box that changes stuff, candy-wise. I think Siege's never going to beat anything on this fight, so, but I'm just going to go through one by one and just check. Parasect, is there anything that you get that would change your matchup? No. No. I mean, Toxic at 36, maybe for something, but I don't think so. And I can just get Effect Spore and then it's just fucked anyway, it just messes with it. Just loses a turn. Manectric gets Volt Switch and Overheat, doesn't it? Volt Switch on Manectric is interesting, but I don't think it takes 2 hits from stuff like. Oh, what am I going to be Volt Switching on? If I Volt Switch here, it's still just random move. But I guess it makes it more likely that Infernape baits Plasma Fists from Hugh afterwards, which would be good. Let's say I did this. Yeah, because then Overheat doesn't even kill. Oh, I mean, then I wouldn't have Overheat, so I wouldn't kill. I wouldn't even kill a vape after that damage. No. So the Volt Switch doesn't even work on Magnezone. Your Volt Absorb. Okay, I could Volt Switch out on you, but I don't think that changes any matchups. I can't Volt Switch on you. You're free for Serena anyway. Like, you're like the least of my worries yet, so Volt Switch does nothing. Rain, I think you're just going to be too electric weak. I know you get Encore, but I don't think it does anything for me here. You're going to be too slow and it's not going to be able to do anything. Staraptor. Nope, you get nothing. Mienfoo, the fact that you still haven't evolved is so fucking shit. You get nothing. You evolve at 38, don't you? Yep, so I can't even get that. Serena, I've already checked. And I think you're just fine. Like, you're actually just good already. Octillery, you're just going to be too weak to everything. Shiftry said Leaf Storm, Ampharos, Electro Web potentially. Rotom, Nidoqueen. Those moves aren't going to do more to anything that's here. You'd get more value out of an IV and you're out of a max IV. Seismitoad potentially gets more value out of an IV and Center Scorch. Burn Up's kind of crazy. Burn Up is kind of crazy in terms of damage. It doesn't do anything against you. Yeah, the thing is, it takes too much damage from Plasma Fist. Like, it's not actually doing anything. Like, it is an option into Magnezone, not like without Burn Up, to go Flame Burst into Fire Lash, and I only ever triggers Cust Up if I crit them. And if I get unlucky like that and I crit, then like, wow, whatever, like, that is what it is. I can't do anything about that. So if that was that would free up Ape to do something else. What's going to come in after this? Is it just Lantern Scald? Usually no, because I'm usually just going to take Discharge. It can be. It's either Lantern Scald or it's Rotom Air Slash. Let me try and work off of that. Then Scorch, Lead, Flame Burst. 63% no crit. Take Discharge, which only did 40%. Let's just put the range in 37 to. Well, I might as well put the crit range in as well. 37 to 56. Fire Lash KO. So then I've got a line for A. I mean, how often am I taking It's probably Lantern pretty often. But it could click Thunderwave if it's not seeing the kill. It's like always going to be the problem. It's just so shit. No, that's not even good. It's not just the lack of consistency in what you're baiting, because they just don't click the killing move when they see kill is just fucked. Faster. I'm not faster. It doesn't have hex. So it's just 50. It's just 50% to be +7. So like, if it doesn't roll the killing move, then it's just the kill. If it doesn't hit the killing roll, then it's just fucked, and it's unlikely to hit a killing roll. Because if you come in, it's always hitting the killing roll. If I went 31 on this, then it's always just Rotom. And you can't Will-O-Wisp, so you would always click Discharge. Okay. That would be better if I'm switching in on Air Slash into Ampharos. I think, oh no, I have to go Rawsterberry, don't I? Like, I can't be taking big like hexes. What's Wisp? I have Thunder Punch, so how? What does? And it's got Hex, so it's got 37% chance to be +8. And it's always at least +6, so it's more likely to be Will-O-Wisp. So I would have to go Rawsberry, and it could potentially give me 2 free turns. And if it's always then clicking Hex, and I've taken some damage, I know it's clicking Hex, and I could switch into something like Infernape and like Revenge Kill it with Blaze Kick at that point after like 2 or 3 shockwaves. So this would be, so if I did this and it was Rotom in Air Slash, switch to Ampharos, take 20%. Rotom usually Will-O-Wisp. Frost. Shockwave for 27%. I'd call it 28. Round in. Rotom usually Wisp. Burns. Shockwave. 28%. I take 6%. I'm just going to count it, and so that I don't have to add it, I'm just going to do 6% burn. And then it's going to be Hex, which is, if I'm burned, is going to be doing up to 50%. Would Hex crit just kill me? Probably not. After burn, probably yes. But I would need 3 shockwaves for Blaze Kick to be able to KO it. If I was to go in on, to you on this, on X. I had to know it does. Unless I went Muscle Band, Ape, and then just 2, it's fine. I don't know if I ever have that luxury. If I was to do that and I take Hex, and I can always KO with Blaze Kick, then it's always you for Plasma Fists. That's pretty huge. No? So it actually gives you a chance to 1v1 it. Okay, I think this is the line. I think this is the way I have to play it. Throw it on Hex and throw switches. Oh. Switch, because then it gives me quite good HP Ampharos as well to help with other stuff. A 25%. Yeah, unless I get crit, then I'm gonna be in a problem. But Blaze Kick KO. So we're saying that we have 31 for death, Cherry, Center Scorch. Saying it's just going to be Rost, Ampharos, Muscle Band, Infernape. Means I'm not going to have Overheat, which means it's still Leer at the moment, but I might be able to give it a Rock Tomb or something, actually. It's just worse than Blaze Kick anyway for this. Blaze Kick KO. And it's Zero Aura in, and it's Plasma Fists. Switch to Nidoqueen. And so it's no item Nidoqueen. I'm usually taking knockoff after that. If it clicked CC, I'm really happy. If it clicks CC at all, I'm really happy. Because then it's definitely dead to Earth Powers. So at the moment, it's not going to be. To most rolls. They knock off again. I'm only dead to double crit. So then, at that point, if it's usually clicking knockoff again, can I go to Ape? If it was CC, then I'd be screwed, but if it is just kind of seeing knockoff, or if it's usually knockoff, then that's probably a risk I would take to switch in and Mach Punch kill if Nidoqueen's dead. Because knockoff or Grass Knot I can switch into fine. And Mach Punch would always KO. There's also potentially Ampharos still having good HP. Let's say I can switch to Ape on knockoff. I'd lose my Muscle Band. Is it going to do more than I expected now? No, it's still only doing 27%. And then Mach Punch KO. And then that's 3 down. Nothing else beats me at that point, so then it would always go Lantern for Scald. Lido Queen KOs. It's probably also Lantern for Scald. Oh, you don't outspeed. Nothing outspeeds me, so yeah, so it's probably also Lantern Scald. Oh, or Ice Beam. I think Seismitoad has to beat Lantern. I think it has to be Citrus Seismitoad. If it's Clicking School, do I have a pivot at all to bait Discharge? With what I've got at the moment? Like, no, I don't. Seismitoad to hit KO. And it's going to go to one of these, and it's just going to be clicking like Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail, Good Kick Coil, and I think, and then from there I just have to kind of hope that Serena beats Electros, and I have a relatively healthy Center Scorch to help into you if I need to Fire Lash. I have you that can potentially Revenge Kill. You would probably just have Rock Smash to potentially help Revenge Kill. You'll have HP. And I probably will lose something in trying to beat this, but it's the best I've got here. And I'm going to have to steer off of this plan for sure as well. If you're coming in seeing Seismitoad or something, you're never clicking Thunder Punch, so I don't need to be... I can be Citrus Serena. And Dropkick should just beat you, should just 1v1 you. Okay. Okay. I think that's just what I've got to play it, how I've got to play it. So my Heart Scale is going to Center Scorch and my Candy is going to Seismitoad. And I am going to have to use both of them because this is just impossible otherwise. It will not. I will not win if I don't use them. And I just need to get the experience. I need to run through, and I need to know what the next fights are like, what the planning for them is like. So I just get experience on the board. It's attempt one. If I'm not necessarily. I might run out of resources later on, but I would rather run out of resources later. And get later than to kind of just die now because I don't use them. Is it about Ice help me here? No. Okay, and you, I need to maximize my Spadef on Center Scorch, right? Because I need 31. Unless it's better to do HP. No, it doesn't change it enough. It needs to be Spadef. Yes, I do, please. And I just want to update my hidden powers quickly just to see if that could have changed anything. It's hidden power fire. Okay, there's nothing. Okay. Which also means I don't get fake out overheat on 8, which is probably quite a big sacrifice, but it didn't seem like it was the better line in terms of what I need here, because I would just lose to the Zero Aura otherwise, or I'd lose to like the Rotom or whatever. It just, there wasn't actually a play there if I had done it the other way around. Okay, that's wrong. Center Scorch, Ampharos. Okay, so Center Scorch needs Fairy Berry. Serena can have Citrus. Ampharos, Rawstberry, Nidoqueen, no item. Then Seismitoad, Citrus Berry, and Infernape is Muscle Band. Just to double check that I don't have any useful TMs here. I don't think I do. Oh, I have Electroweb TM! Oh, so that's better for Ampharos. I don't know if I want to use it, because I have the Shockwave play, so that works. I think it's fine. I do want to teach Ape Rock Smash in case that becomes relevant. Never mind, I have Sky Uppercut. I still have Low Sweep. I think Low Sweep is better. But does anything else have like bad moves that could benefit from just having Rock Smash on here? I mean, yeah, it's better than Double Kick. What else? I think Shockwave is better here because... Actually, no, because if it doesn't click... I just don't want to use... no, I should use Electroweb. I should use Electroweb. I should delete Thunderwave and use Electroweb because if I click Electroweb twice, I'm still going to get the kill, but it also means that if it does just decide to start attacking me, then Ampharos can do more. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not stalling. Let me just get the export into the calc so that it's up to date. Because I was messing around with overheat on my Mape in the calc instead of Low Sweep, so I forgot I had Low Sweep. I thought I still had Leer on that slot. I forgot I had a fourth good move now. That's the only reason I was like, oh, Rock Smash, but yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. Well, I could just get exploded on turn 1 and then it's just... I don't even know what will happen. Oh, I could turn 1 crit. If I crit the Magnezone on turn 1, then it gets to cast that berry. This is just a silly fight. Okay, let me check. Cherry berry, citrus, frost. No, wait, citrus, muscle band. Okay, flame burst never puts it below 33% or 25%, whatever it is. It does neither unless I crit. It could. There's like a 4% chance it just clicks explosion here. Okay, I don't crit. Okay, discharge. Cool. Don't crit. Don't crit, please. Okay, that's fine. I have cherry berry. That's good. That should not be lantern range. Yeah, it's not lantern range. It should just be rotom range. That is just about rotom range. Okay, that was like a min roll. Yeah, that was literally min roll. Okay, which is just about rotom range for post KO. Okay. So now Flame Burst or Fire Dash always KO. So now it's always Rotom because Air/Max Roll sees KO, right? Yes, okay. So it's because I took a min roll, it's less likely to click Air Slash here. No. Sorry, I'm a fire type. It can't click Will-O-Wisp. It's always just clicking Air Slash. So I go to Ampharos. That's why I had to scale the Spadef on Center Scorch, because Lantern coming out early here was just going to be a horrible, horrible line. That, unless I got crit, was all like with the min roll there. You see, even if it was max roll, it's always Rotom. It's never Lantern. This helps preserve the team to get out of the fight. It might still mean I have to sack at some point, but this is going to make the line a lot more safe to get out of the fight. I didn't have enough heart scales for both Fake Out and Overheat, so I didn't have a safe way to beat Magnezone with Infernape and always bait right. So I'm just clicking Electro Web here. I'm hoping that it's Will-O-Wisp. I have Thunder Punch, so it has 37% chance to get a +8 here. And it was also always just tying highest damage move anyway. So it's a better chance for it to be Will-O-Wisp than to be any other move here. Okay, it's not ideal, but it's fine. After 2 Electro Webs, I will outspeed. I've not done my math right. Okay, that's good. I've got Rawstberry. That's good. Okay, now I outspeed. So I always click. I click Electro Web one more time. I hope that it will click Will-O-Wisp here. Okay, went for Hex. Okay, 41. Okay, so like, it's so almost always Hex. If I was to take the KO with Ampharos here, it would just go into Zeraora, and it would always be close combat. I don't want to switch in on close combat with Nidoqueen. So I only get to have one safe opportunity to click Earth Power. I need to be able to click it twice. So I have to switch it. I have to hope this is Will-O-Wisp or Hex, which is very, very, very likely. And we're going to Ape to pick up the KO. Okay, amazing. So now Blaze Kick is always a KO. And then it should just be Zeraora because it outspeeds and outdamages. I was usually going to be in range. I was usually taking a Hex here, or expecting to, and be in Plasma Fist max roll range. I don't think Lantern sees Oko, does it? No, it doesn't. So it should just be Zero Aura for outspeed, out damage. I don't think anything sees KO. Okay, amazing. And Plasma Fist has no overlapping rolls of close combat, so this is always Plasma Fists. So Nidoqueen comes in. Okay, so Nidoqueen, my Nidoqueen only has 7 special attack IVs. This does not always KO with 2 Earth Powers because of the Sugar Berry. It can. We are dead to 2 knockoff crits. It's usually knockoff. If it clicks close combat, there are some overlapping rolls. That's amazing because then it does die to 2 Earth Powers. It could also click Grass Knot, but it's usually knockoff. I don't have an item, so knockoff isn't doing as much, but it's still usually highest damage. Okay, we don't get crit. Poison Point is amazing. Poison Point is incredible. Poison Point is going to help this range a lot. Okay. So yeah, that's only 29% on the min roll. So then this one's only 60%. But I think after poison it's going to die. So I'm never dead to crit here. Oh my god, amazing. Okay, so now this should be Lantern. Because nothing outspeeds me. Lantern's going to see Scald and Ice Beam KOs. Always. The one thing is here, I don't have any way to pivot. I don't have, like, so I'm going to have to go to Seismitoad, and I don't have a way to pivot to, like, not bait Scald or Ice Beam. I couldn't afford to, like, run something else that was, like, going to switch in and then bait electric moves. I didn't have that kind of space in this team. So Seismitoad is a 2-hit KO with Earth Power. If it's Ice Beam on the switch and I get frozen, then we probably lose. Scald Burn is annoying, but not the end of the world immediately. It's the only time I can bait Ice Beam is on the switch. Afterwards, Scald is doing more. Okay, please don't burn. Okay. Earth Power is a 2-hit KO. I have a Citrus Berry. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, it's not relevant. It was always just doing that. Okay, no burn still. Okay. So Earth Power KOs here. At that range, Ampharos doesn't see Dragon Breath max roll kill. Okay. So is it just Electros first? It is. Okay. So Electros, I think there's a pretty good chance it clicks Coil here. Otherwise it's basically always Aqua Tail. So Aqua Tail or Coil here. I don't think I do enough damage. I don't like show 2-hit KO or anything, so I think it can set up. Serena is pretty strong into this. Serena, and it's never Thunder Punch, so I don't have to worry about para. It is Coil. But I've got Trop Kick, so it is at +1/+1. But with Trop Kick and Citrus, I should still be able to outdamage this. And win this 1v1. Okay, it goes for Coil again. So now it's +1/+2. Okay, the defense drops. The defense boosts are getting kind of crazy. But it's still, if it starts to attack me, it's only doing 30%. But the fact that I'm only doing 14% is not fun. Surely at some point you stop clicking Coil. Like, the boosts are negligible now. This is not changing the rolls, like, almost at all. Oh my god. Okay, this is a bit silly. But I am still out damaging. If I get crit once, it'll just KO it. Yeah, if I get crit once, if I crit it once, I'm good. Okay, it's now at +6. So +6 defense, +1 attack. It's going to go down to neutral attack on this. So yeah, I do feel like I do just always win this still. Okay, there's the first Drain Punch. Gonna heal 10%. I have a Citrus Fairy. I should win this long term. Because I'm just gonna start lowering its damage and at some point I crit. I could click Magical Leaf. Because it's now at neutral attack and it does more, but I feel like lowering Drain Punch is more relevant. Because otherwise Magical Leaf... Yeah, otherwise they always just heal it off with Drain Punch and Leftovers. So I have to click Drop Kick to keep lowering its damage. And at some point I hope I crit. Okay, it went for Coil again because it was at minus attack. Oh, okay, this is really dumb. Okay. Okay, so it's max defense out, but because of the... Okay, this is silly. This is really silly, okay. Just don't get crit on the Drain Punch and like... I've only got 3 drop kicks left. Is it out of coils? Oh my god. This is really dumb. Oh, it crit me. It crit me. I don't win this now. Oh my god. So I have to switch in on Drain Punch. I think Center Scorch just does it. I think Center Scorch is fine. I have Flame Burst. Or is Nidoqueen better? Because it's... Sludge Bomb does 25%. No, it has Aqua Tail. I don't know what minus attack it has. That is so unlucky. Yeah, but I don't... I do 25% as a max on my special one, like my special attacks. Like 30% with Muddy Water. Ape doesn't have a special move. Like Nidoqueen does 26%. Yeah, no, this is actually just still really shit. Because I got crit there, that is really bad. But because I got crit, that's still really, really shit. Center Scorch should win this, but because I got crit, that is really bad. Like, it was super close to dead, and then I got crit. Okay. I did get through that, okay. So it's just Ampharos left. Ampharos doesn't see Dragon Breath kill, it always sees Discharge kill, that's incredible. Seismitoad is going to be risking crit, but it means I get at least 1 Earth Power off. Oh, wait, it's... I'm guessing it doesn't calc as Mega. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, well, Discharge is always highest damage. Free Mega Discharge was always highest damage, so this is okay. Okay, so Dragon Breath max roll is 70. I don't have a Cherry Berry. I do not want to get confused. Earth Power isn't a guaranteed to hit KO, but it is likely. Only the 2 min rolls, if I was to hit them either time, I would not KO. So I'm like 90% chance to hit KO here, and I've got Spadef drop chances. Yeah, it didn't have the base form in the calc at all, so it like, just threw me off for a second. That looks like a pretty good roll. No crit, no power. Oh, okay. Well, now it's always clicking Dragon Breath. That sucks. That really sucks. I was out if that... I was out if that didn't para. What's the chances on that? What is the chances on that? 30%? Yeah. Okay. So it's always clicking Dragon Breath, right? Because it now outspeeds me and sees kill. Ape does not take 2 and it doesn't revenge kill. Serena's too low. Nidoqueen does not take a Dragon Breath. Center Scorch does not take Dragon Breath. So I'm going to have to sack something. I have to sack into Nidoqueen hitting a range. Nothing lives Dragon Breath. Sevi Milotic, okay. I have to sack into Revenge Kill. Ape doesn't take two, it's not even a range on Ape, it's just never killing. Ampharos is always dead. Nidoqueen is always dead. Nidoqueen is the best chance of hitting the range, so that can't be the sack. The size... I used the candy on size. I mean, the candy is kind of irrelevant in terms of what the investment is after this fight anyway, because everyone levels up. Is Seismitoad the best sack? Like, because if I have the Nidoqueen, if I lose both of them, I have no ground type. So I would say no. I wonder if Centiskorch falls off after this, but I have just invested 31 into Heartscale into this for death. I have Manectric as another electric type, but Ampharos is like an early Mega if I get there. And it's so bulky, it does a lot of things better than Manectrics. Like, because of the bulk, it 1v1's a lot more. I can't sack Serena, even though I have Shiftry. Serena's been way too good as a bulky grass type. It feels like it's Seismitoad's sack. Centiskorch is the sack? Okay, maybe. But I don't have this... I only have Ape then as a fire type. I don't have Special Fire. Because I wasn't able to get Overheat. Centiskorch isn't always dead to Dragon Breath, so Centiskorch does get to take a hit, which will guarantee that Nidoqueen lives. Okay, so if I don't get crit or paralysed here, because I've already been parried and lost the Cherry Berry on turn 1 by Discharge. That's so sad. I only didn't... Yeah, okay. Okay, Serena's good for a while. Ampharos, Seismitoad is very good, okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. I could crit kill if I don't get paralysed and stuff here, or crit here. Okay, so it sees slow kill. Surely slow kill outscores rest, right? I could have clicked bite for flinch chance, actually. That was probably better. Oh! Centiskorch tried so hard! Centiskorch really tried! Oh my god. Yeah, but you say Ape dog walks it, but I don't have Fake Out or Overheat. So does it? Does it actually? Like, my Ape's not going to be what normal apes do. We're through. But I did use a scale and a candy, so I now have nothing. And it's up to 8 deaths. Yeah, I could not get Fake Out and Overheat. Like, I would not have made it this far if I'd saved the scales for those. I only had one scale. I had to use a scale for Shell, and Togue just died straight away after scaling U-turn anyway. I got crit on the switch. I lost the 1 in 4 into crit. And I would not have, like, that was to try and keep Togue alive against Glowbro, but it just got crit before it even got to that, because keeping Togue alive was valuable enough, and then, yes, I should be able to, yeah. But yeah, like, I had to scale earlier, and then I had to scale Centiskorch here because I then couldn't get Fake Out Overheat. Like, just one of them was not going to have a safe line. I would have lost to Zeraora. For 100%, I would have lost to Zeraora if I didn't have the Spadef scale on Centiskorch. So, like, I felt it was both or nothing. Like, just one of them wasn't going to do anything for me on the Magnezone. So, yeah. Like, it's obviously going to be harder again now on the next split, but at least I got there. I just need to keep making progress and learning through, like... I'm going at some point going to lose probably because I don't have the resources, but I have to, like... There's no point losing, like, then saving resources when it's my first ever attempt. I'm not expecting to win A1. I just want to make progress and learn on A1. So, like, there's no point saving resources if that's the goal, because I'm never going to win attempt 1. I just don't want to just wipe out and just lose A1 just because I didn't want to use a resource, being like, oh yeah, if I somehow dodge this and dodge that and do this, like that was a obviously that there was crits risk and stuff, but generally that was probably quite safe just from the one heart scale and candy that, or well, 2 candies if you count Infernape as well, that I had to use, but that was quite safe in comparison to anything else I would have had. Okay, well, ending there. I don't know what I get for encounters and stuff before going anywhere else, but don't think there's a lot. I think it's almost just going straight into Cycling Road, isn't it? Which is just complete. It's going to be death. It's going to be death down there. I don't see making it make it through the rival. Yeah, I don't see myself making it through the Cycling Road rival. But I don't think that having resources would have helped. I think that my box is just going to be too weak for that now. I've lost a lot. It was Shell did it. Shell caused the deaths, and Shell was very unlucky. So, is what it is.